100.7. The official show of out of shape and lazy white guys. Come on, dude, drop down and give me one.
It's the Maxwell Show.
Fat ass.
On 100.7.
Got the Maxwell Show, 216-578-1007. 1-800-341-007. Website is maxwellshow.com. Who's that whore coming up here at 540?
Kings Island, which was one of my very first jobs. I danced in the magic show.
I know who that is because I'm from the Natty.
Mm-hmm.
Some Coleraine, I do believe. Sounds like north of the city. I didn't know she did that.
Kings Island, which was one of my very first jobs. I danced in the magic show.
That's coming up here at 540, then parting gifts on the way here at 645.
Now, an email sent through maxwellshow.com.
Tony in Brooklyn says, Maxwell, how can you not comment on the impending format change on the station down the dial? Not only is Rover off the air, but Opie and Anthony are now being taken off afternoon drive to mornings. What's up, bro? Come on. You know how big Cleveland is about their FM radio. I can't believe you haven't cooked up some strange theory about what's going on, right? Right. Well, I got to tell you, I'm really excited that O&A are not our problem anymore. They were a small thorn in our side, a small thorn. I mean, ultimately we beat them in the ratings, but a small thorn. And took away enough of our people to kind of hold us back. But with them out of our picture, this radio show will be number one all across the board within 2 months, probably.
I'm looking forward to that.
Already, we're number one in a bunch of key places, but I'm saying overall. Like adults, 25-54, men, 25-54. So that's cool. As for the Rover thing, I think that radio station just screwed the Pooch, right? I mean, there's so many, there's rumors going on. He quit. Look, I don't know what happened to the guy. I have no idea what happened to the guy. All I know is that he's gone and it's helped us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So wherever you are, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Way to go.
He's gone. It helps us because O&A aren't our problem. And I feel bad for the people who across the street made that bad decision because look, man, you know, let's be honest. We might have had our beefs and we might have beefs, but at the end of the day, I'm sorry. The guy is good at what he does, and we always said that and said, I mean, he pulls huge numbers in morning drive, like huge numbers. Huh. The two biggest morning shows in the city, Lanigan and Malone and Rover. Mm-hmm. And depending on what age group you look at, Rover wins that. And they made a terrible mistake over there. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't work over there.
Yeah, it was shocking.
Wow.
To hear that. I mean, I don't know how you let that guy walk out the door.
Yeah, how do you let that guy walk out the door? Or why do you fire that guy? Why would you fire him? Because I've heard that rumor too. Why would you do that?
I've heard like 6 versions of the story,
yeah.
Which means you can't believe any of them,
yeah.
You know?
Why would you fire, I mean, dude, he was the linchpin. The Killers and Blink-182 are good, but they ain't that good.
Right.
He was the linchpin.
Yeah. Let's see how Bullet for My Valentine fares now.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Have fun with that.
You know what I'm saying? I really feel bad for the people that work over there, not, you know what I mean? Because I got to tell you, I would imagine that, I got to tell you, they got to be going out of business, right? I mean, isn't it time? Hadn't that radio station been like a million different things? I was talking to someone about it. Wasn't it? It used to be like a hip hop station? Jammin' 92? Is that what it was?
Way back in the day, that's what it was.
All right.
It was that was more like top 40, right?
Okay.
I think.
What else? Kids. I mean, I wasn't here back then, so I don't.
It's been
it was extreme. It was the same stupid CBS, whatever. Name brand.
I don't know what it was between. You know, I don't remember what it was between those days and when Extreme bought it. I can't remember, or when Infinity bought it and turned it into Extreme. I can't remember that. But it's been like 7 different things since they've held it, you know.
Change the name kind of like this station.
What happened?
They keep changing the name.
What happened? We have call letters now, I hear.
Yeah, WMMS.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Here's what Ron in Cleveland writes. You and Rover working at the same station. Throw your listeners a bone and say something about him being off the air. I have not. Now, okay, that is a rumor, too, that we've heard, that our company has hired him. But again, look, here's something you have to understand about this business. In this business, you're always the last person to know. Even the person who's getting fired is the last. For all we know, dude, he could be coming to do this show.
Yeah.
Honestly. And we would have no idea until we're driving in and see his crew here, and our key cards don't work.
Right. I'd be like,
I mean, that's honestly what happens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sneaky. Yeah, they do that.
So I have no idea. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that, you know, having him on this radio station, have him do like a morning show here, and I mean, that would be great. It'd be the number one, honestly, probably the most highest rated station in the country. Or one of them. And it would bring this radio station back to greatness. Hands down. But I have no idea. All I know is that our problem has gone away.
I like that part.
Now.
You know what I mean? I care to focus on right now. You know what I mean?
Well. Yeah, the guys who spent all afternoon talking about this radio show to the entire country, because they're still syndicated in what? I don't know, man. They keep losing a lot of cities. They just lost Philly.
They're quiet about it.
They never talk about it. All they do is talk about how great they are, but they never mention, you know, when they're constantly being ripped off station after station because they're not performing.
Yeah, we just got pulled from here and here and here.
Yeah, we do kind of suck, you know. But
good. We'll be happy to take those up for you.
One afternoon, what? How long ago was that? 2 weeks ago? Talked about us for
over an hour.
Over an hour in the middle of the 5 o'clock hour here. Why would you do that? And talk to the entire country about a radio show in Cleveland. And here's the deal. If you're talking
I'm glad somebody was willing to do it.
If you're talking about the other guy's good. And now that Rover's off the air, I can sit here and admit the reason we talked smack is because the boy was good at what he did, and we're in a competitive situation. Compete against his radio station. And so you're right, dude. I'm not going to walk into the ring and go, yeah, he's pretty good. I'm probably going to get my ass kicked. You know, it's all about pumping out your chest and about psychological warfare.
Yeah, but we were always pretty fair with it. You know what I mean? Like, we always said we understand why people like it. We understand why people listen to it.
Said he was compelling. Yeah. I mean, dude, the boy was compelling. He was compelling.
He can read the phone book. You always used to say this about him, and it's true. The boy can read the phone book, and you're going to listen to him.
And you'll listen to him read the phone book.
And you'll sit there and go, why the hell am I listening to him read the plumbing section? But you'll do it.
Yeah. And ultimately, I always felt kind of bad because I can't tell you how many times I've gone out on a gig or worked an event and someone said, look, man, I know you guys hate one another, but I listen to both of you, man. You know? All the time. Just like yesterday we were talking about, I can't tell you how many cars I've seen drive down the street that have an RMG sticker and an MWL sticker on them.
Right.
I see it all the time. Here's another one. Daniel Cleveland says, first off, let me say I'm a huge Rover fan. He gets my mornings, you get my afternoons. Is there any truth to him maybe replacing Bob and Tom and coming over? Again, I don't know.
They ain't never going to tell us that.
I don't know.
They know exactly, you know, we're not the kind of guys you tell stuff too early. You know, we're not exactly the this is like not for air kind of guys. I mean, we're the kind of guys that sit in the office and go, yeah, we won't say nothing to no one. And then we'd come in here and be like, you're never going to guess what's going to happen. That's who Maxwell is. That's who he is.
Yeah, it's funny. This might help put it in perspective, again, to drive home the fact that no one's in the know ever until everyone's about ready to be in the know. I was doing a morning show in Baltimore. Thank God it failed. Ultimately, thank God, because it brought me here and I was able to hook up with Stansberry.
Yeah, I like that part too.
And we were able to build this thing. So thank God. Honestly, thank God, dude.
Yeah, I know, I agree.
You never know when one door closes, you know, how another one's going to open. And that sucked because I was out of work. I was out of work out of that job for